At this time, I'd like to introduce our Lieutenant Governor, Pat Quinn. Pat?
Thank you very much. It's a privilege to be here. I think all of us feel very honored and privileged to be part of America's history. You think back on it, Franklin Delano Roosevelt was nominated for President of the United States in Chicago in 1932. Harry Truman in 1948 in Philadelphia stood up and made sure that the Democratic Party stood against segregation and was for the sunshine of civil rights. And in 1960 in Los Angeles, John F. Kennedy got our country moving again. And in 1992 in New York, Bill Clinton said it's the economy and stood forward and led our country to a much better economic time. Bill Clinton, like Barack Obama, understood that the most sensitive nerve in the body is the pocketbook nerve. And we've got to remember in this election that there are people all over our state and all over our country who are paying $2,000 a year more for gasoline and food. The average family is seeing its standard of living erode away because of the economic policies of the Republican Party. And it's really our duty to work with labor, the wonderful sponsors of these breakfasts that we've had, to organize. Early to bed, early to rise, work like hell, and organize for victory on November 4th. You know, there was a great labor leader that I met 34 years ago in Chicago, on the streets of Chicago. His name was Cesar Chavez. Cesar Chavez was the first person to say, "Si se puede." Yes, we can. And we can, that's the motto of Barack Obama's campaign. Barack Obama believes that everyday people are the heart and soul of our country. And it's the duty of a president to strengthen the people, to make sure that they have the power. And it is very important on this day, 45 years ago, on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, Martin Luther King called upon America and all of us to live out the full meaning of our fundamental documents. And Martin Luther King, he believed in democracy, the greatest gift that God has ever given us. Government of the people, by the people, for the people. It shall not perish from this earth. Abraham Lincoln said those words at Gettysburg, and in 272 words, he summed up the essence of American democracy, that the strength of our country is the people of the United States of America. And Barack Obama, a community organizer at heart, he believes in everyday people and the power of people banding together, not for profit, for a cause they believe in. And what we've got to do in this campaign is take those lessons to heart. The highest office in a democracy is the office of citizen. Citizens are the heart and soul of America. And I think it's especially important that we remember the words of Abraham Lincoln of Illinois, who said it's the duty of all of us as citizens to take good care of those who bear the battle on the front line to protect our democracy. People like Tammy Duckworth, who stood forward and answered the call to duty and defended our democracy after the events of 9/11. Now, last Thursday, a very sad day in Maywood, Illinois, our state, all of us, our country, we buried James Hale, an American soldier, a very special person. He was only 23 years old. He had 3 children, all under the age of 4. And at the very end of the funeral, they played the song America the Beautiful. They did not play, however, the first verse. They played the 3rd verse of America the Beautiful. And it says, "Oh, beautiful for heroes proved in liberating strife, who more than self their country loved, and mercy more than life." That was James Hale. He gave his last full measure of devotion to our democracy, to our right to have an election, to have government of the people, by the people, and for the people, that it shall not perish from this earth. I think it's our obligation to his memory and to all of those in this conflict and in previous conflicts who've laid down their lives for our right to have a democracy, to organize to the best of our ability, to bring out the voters of America, to make a change, to elect someone who really truly believes in our veterans and our service members, who as Commander-in-Chief will make life better for them, will make life better for every person in America, indeed will make our planet, our world, a better place. Let's go out and win this election for Barack Obama and make the will of the people law of the land.